Hello, future engineers, subscribers, viewers, and students. There is a video lecture video about the principles of moment of a force about a line. And this line may be parallel to the coordinate axis or a line that is inclined. So I recall moment of a force in space about a point first. So remember, we have here the plane of the force. Let us say one point of application of the force is at B and the moment center is at A. So we have to define from the moment center to any point of the line of action of the force, so position vector RAB. And remember the moment of F about an axis through point A, which is perpendicular to the plane of the force, and this position vector is crossing RAB with F. So this perpendicular, and that's the vector RAB cross F, which is interpreted as the moment of F about A. And it is a vector, remember. So RAB cross F, RAB is position vector, F is also a vector. So moment about A in vector form is RAB cross F. Now what if we want to find the moment of the force, same force, about a line through point A and it is inclined as shown. That is moment about A. So what if we want to find the moment of this force about this inclined axis? And all you have to do is we apply the principle of computing the component of this vector in that direction. So that is by dotting this vector with this axis vector. And this axis vector, we just transform it into unit vector. So the idea is we draw this right triangle, and then the angle formed between them is, let us say, beta. So that's the component, which is the scalar component of this vector, moment of F about A, represented by this hypotenuse. But it is a vector first. It is a vector. Its magnitude, which is the hypotenuse of this right triangle, times cosine of this angle beta, is the component or the moment of F about that axis. So it is a scalar. So moment of A is RAB cross F. Then moment of the force about that axis is the scalar component of that force. Scalar component of the moment of the force about that axis, inclined axis, is, if that is beta, is simply magnitude of RAB cross F, or magnitude of MA, times cosine of beta. And that is computed by performing the dot product between RAB cross F with the unit vector of this axis. So let me demonstrate that first. So moment of F about the axis is the magnitude of this moment A here, or this one, the hypotenuse, times the cosine of beta, right? This component here. And it is a scalar. Then this value can be found by dotting RAB cross F with the unit vector of the axis. So moment of A, or RAB cross F, dot the axis vector, this axis vector here, is equal to, by expansion, magnitude of moment of A, magnitude of the axis vector, by definition, times cosine of the angle between them. Then moment of F about the axis is this magnitude of MA times cosine of beta. Therefore, magnitude of MA cosine beta, which is moment of F about the axis, this one, is equal to MA, which is a vector, which is RAB cross F, dotted with axis vector divided by its magnitude. So axis vector divided by its magnitude is the unit vector of the axis. So again, MA cosine of beta is MA dot R axis divided by magnitude of that axis. And this is equal to the unit vector of the axis. So moment of F about the axis, therefore, which is a scalar, is obtained by dotting MA with the unit vector of the axis. So remember, this moment vector, moment of the force about A, is RAB cross F. So that's why you have here RAB cross F, moment vector or moment of F about A, then dotted with the unit axis vector. So that's why the scalar value or the component of the moment of this force about this axis here, inclined axis or line, is equal to RAB cross F, or this is moment about the moment center A vector, then dotted with the unit axis vector. So that's a scalar. And if you want to transform it into vector, all you have to do, that scalar value, which is this, that is multiplied by the unit axis vector. So it becomes now a vector. So in vector form, this is it. So that's it for this video. I hope that you can recall how to compute the component of the moment of a force about an inclined axis. So it is a vector, and it is simply dotting the moment of the force about A, which is a vector, RAB cross F or R cross F, then dot with the unit axis vector. And it is a scalar, and if you want to express it in vector form, that value in scalar, positive or negative, should be multiplied by the unit axis vector so that it becomes a vector. So to demonstrate the principle and the concept which I have just presented, so let's consider this problem here. Problem 40, the tension in cable AB, which is this, is 80 pounds. So if it is acting at A, it is directed in that direction, but if it is to be transmitted at B, so it is in the opposite direction. What is the moment about the line CD, C to D, due to the force exerted by the cable on the wall at B? And now about the moment of this force about axis DE, I just added this question. The original problem is this problem stated or written in block fonts. So let's focus first on the first part and try to we are going to analyze if we can analyze it as simply by scalar approach, although we need to express the answer, final answer, in vector representation. So first, let's have 80 pounds. So since the force is to be transmitted at the wall, on the wall at B, so that is 860 point B. So from the origin, move to the right 8, so that's why we have 8, go up 6, and we reach B. So 860. Therefore, if the tension is 80 pounds, if we want to express that in vector form, it is B to A, so A minus B. So 6 minus 8 is negative 2I. That's the direction BA. Then 0 minus 6, negative 6J. Then 10 minus 0, positive 10K. So tension BA is magnitude 80 times negative 2I, negative 6J, then positive 10K divided by square root of 2 square plus 6 square plus 10 square. Again, negative 2 is 6 minus 8, then 0 minus 6 is negative 6, then 10 minus 0 is positive 10, divided by the squares of these coefficients or components. So tension BA is equal to negative 13.82I minus 40.57J plus 67.61 k-pounds. So let's put these components at B. So 13.52 negative, so it is leftward as shown. Then negative 40.57 downward as shown. And 67.61 forward towards the positive z-axis as shown in the figure. So this is CD. So if you position your right thumb towards D, then the positive sense of moment, the curling of your forefingers would be in that sense as shown. So that's the positive sense of moment about CD if we use the scalar approach. So that 13.52 passes through CD, so it has no moment. 40.57 is parallel to CD, it has no moment. So the only component of force that has moment about CD and with that sense positive, which is the same sense as the moment of this Z component, 67.61 in that sense, is equal to 67.61 times distance CD, and this distance CD is 8 minus 3, so 5 feet. Therefore, the moment of the 80-pound force is also the moment of this Z component, which is positive about CD, 67.61 times 5. So therefore, in scalar, the scalar value is 67.61 times 5, 338 pound-foot in positive sense. So meaning if you position your right thumb in that direction, that's positive. But remember, the positive direction is that y-axis. This is the opposite of the y-axis, negative y-axis. So therefore, in vector form, this is negative 338 pound-foot. And let me show that by using the vector approach. MCD, this is the scalar approach, still scalar approach, but we use this definition to show that the answer is the same. So it is RCB because C is also a point on the line of action of CD. So for simpler position vector, it should be CD cross the force tension. So tension BA, RCB cross BA. Take note that you can also select RDB if you want, but if you choose RDB, there will be two components of RDB. But if we choose RCB, anyway, this is a point on the line of action of the axis, and this is the point where the force acts, the tension acts. So for simplicity, we should choose RCB instead, then cross the force, the tension force, then dotted with the unit axis vector CD, and the unit axis vector CD is simply negative 6 over 6. The magnitude is 6, so negative J, because it is the negative Y direction. But let us proceed. RCB is simply 5CB, that's 500. So MCD is, take note, this is a scalar. So 500, then components of tension, negative 13.52, negative 40.57, and positive 67.61. And the unit axis vector CD is negative J or negative 1J. So that's why 0I, negative 1J, 0K. Then copy the elements of the first two columns as shown. Then we now perform the product. So I will not put the value when it is 0 like this one. That's 0. 0 again, then 0. Then 0. This one is negative, but negative of negative is positive. So negative of negative 1 times 67.61 times 5, that's positive, which is this value here, 338.0 pound-foot. And the last product is 0 also. That's why the scalar value of moment of the tension force about CD is indeed positive, 338 pound-foot. But when we express this in vector form, we multiply this by the unit axis vector, which is negative 1J. So MCD vector of the tension force is magnitude 338 times negative J. That's why it is negative. Because if you follow the right thumb rule and this is the Y direction CD, the moment of this is indeed in that direction, so that's why it's negative in vector form. So that's the answer in vector form. Then, how about moment of the tension force about this inclined axis DE? So this time, because the axis crosses point D, then we are forced to define RDB. We cannot define CB anymore because the axis passes through D. So it should be moment center RDB cross the tension force, then that the unit axis vector of DE. So this is the unit axis vector of DE. We move to the left by 3 feet, so negative 3I. We go up by 4 feet because E is 4, positive 4J. Then we move forward to reach point E, 2 feet. So that's why you have 2K here. Then divided by the magnitude, which is 3 square plus 4 square plus 2 square. So that's square root of 29. Therefore, the unit axis vector DE is 1 over square root of 29 times the quantity negative 3I plus 4J plus 2K. Then we change this because this becomes RDB. So moment of DE, which is a scalar value of the tension force, is RDB, and DB this time is 560. So RDB cross T, then that lambda of unit axis vector DE. So RDB is 5, 6, so 1 over square root of 29, we factor out 1 over square root of 29 for this lambda of DE. So this is RDB 560, then tension force, which the components remain the same. And this time, unit axis vector DE, which is negative 3, 4, and 2, we factor out 1 over square root of 39 to simplify the calculations. Then we copy the elements of the first two columns, then perform the product. So for the product, we have 5 times negative 40.57 times 2, and that's negative 405.7. This one is another negative 1217, 0, then 0, then that's negative direction. This is positive, so negative of positive is negative. Negative 1352.2. This is negative, and negative of negative is positive, so that product is positive 162.24. Combining moment of the tension force about axis DE is scalar value 1 over square root of 29 times the quantity negative 405.7, negative 1217, negative 1352.2 plus 162.24. Combining and dividing by square root of 29, then we have the value, which is negative 522.3 pound-foot. Now, the reason why this is negative, because it is, from this figure, it is obvious. You position your right thumb from D to E, so your right thumb is pointing in that direction. Your forefingers will curl in that direction. So this is the positive sense of moment, that way. So the curling of forefingers would be that way by according to right thumb rule. So that's the positive sense of moment. But the moment of the 80-pound force is the opposite direction. So that's why the moment of the force, the tension force about axis DE is negative value, negative 522.3, and it is supposedly negative 80 times the perpendicular distance. the perpendicular distance between these two lines, axis. Then it, as I already explained, that it is negative because if this is your right thumb, the curling of your forefingers would be in that sense, and the moment of 80 pounds is the opposite sense, so that's why it's negative. So that is the explanation, and I hope that you have just got the idea. But we have to express this in vector form by multiplying this further by the unit vector of axis DE. So in vector form, negative 522.3 times 1 over square root of 29 times negative 3i plus 4j plus 2k. And the final answer in vector form is this. So positive 291.0i minus 388.0j minus 194.0k pound foot. So that's it for this video. I hope that you were able to follow the explanations and the solutions.